everything they look at, the first thing they look at is if there's a problem in any company, they look at misalignment of compensation.
Yep.
And I've seen it a billion times in everything we do, like from ISAs and every aspect of real estate to NAEA to every other thing I look at. When I see something that's not working, I'm like, well, I wonder what the compensation is there, right? Like, and how do and that's how and so it taught me to think that way. But when you get a group of really high performing individuals that you don't have to put on the payroll, and you align their compensation to solving problems for agents, what do you get? You get a vast array of people that are at all times waking up thinking about how to solve that problem with you, right? And so you take that and you couple it with the data, which Glenn and Leo look at the data. That's why they do that's why this seems like a small thing. People don't understand the value in it. They're net promoter scoring everything. Okay. They know when people are happy, they know when they're not happy, and they're getting that feedback from the ground, and they're looking at, here's all our support tickets and here's the problems we need to solve. And if we solve these problems for all these agents, then, that's how we get to the next level. And hearing from the ground from all of us wanting to solve a problem, and then getting the data supporting, that's the real problem. Because if you don't have the data, you could have a bunch of entrepreneurs that are giving you some bullshit that's not really the problem.
Sure.
Right. And that's a fair statement, because our alignment and compensation is going to drive us to want what we want fixed, right? Versus maybe being agent centric in some cases. And so I see all this happening. I'm like, wow, this is fucking the best I've ever seen it done. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is how it should be. In every company, it should be designed in a way that everyone is in alignment financially to solving the right problem. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. And fortunately,
I think the beautiful thing that you said there too, just kind of made me think, is that you don't change everything that you hear, right? You don't change immediately all the feedback. You look for patterns. And, if somebody says you're terrible once, okay. They say it twice, okay. But if you hear it 27 times over a period of time, I might need to change and really look at something, right? You're really looking at that pattern, and being able to, not knee-jerk reaction and react to whatever's happening. And I think the key thing here from a growth perspective, because most people don't understand, is that EXP was still recruiting and bringing in a lot of agents, but the churn level, and this is where you run into companies that grow and you hit scale, you hit an issue with churn. And it's just like you said, right? Like a lot of people are making a lot of promises, but the back door is open because they can't keep the promise. They can't deliver on the promise. And so when you start to solve that, and you start to solve, the accurate promise being made to align to what the agents are looking for your help as a platform, as a company, to help me solve, and you can deliver on that, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And I think
you're spot on, John. Let me give you an example to illustrate this. Okay. So, as competition, this is such a fascinating story. Competition, now there's LPT. Now LPT's coming for us. They're calling all of our agents. The sky's falling over at EXP. Here we go. So I'm listening to all these chats, and everybody's like, the sky's falling. I'm like, okay, we got a real threat here. Let's talk about it. Okay. And if you asked all of us, okay, me being one of us, I didn't say this, and I know better than this, but the feedback that was coming from fear was, they've got this shiny box they give you when you join EXP, or you can buy, and it's gonna, and agents love it. Agents love it. I'm like, yeah, we have CHSA, CHBA, and our shit's better than their shit anyway. And so that's not it. Like, that's not the reason people are joining. Okay. It's not the problem. But what did EXP do? EXP goes out, creates a better one, a better version of that, does it for cheaper. And we sold a total of 84 of them since then. It's the wrong problem. And so, that is what when there's dissension in a company, and you get all, the sky's falling and there's no rational thought, everybody's just freaking out. You start solving in directions that aren't the real problem. And so we did, but even still, to EXP's credit, they